everyone. So today we're here to talk about the new NSSF Act. So how it will affect workers, how it will affect employers, and I'm ready with the article here from Business Daily. So I want us to go through it, or I want to go through it on your behalf and give you a few pointers from the article. So basically, this NSSF Act was supposed to be implemented, I think, back in 2013. No. Sorry, I'm lying. It was supposed to be implemented in 2019, and I think it was, I know, it was stopped by a court order, and now it's being revisited. So they're going to start trying to implement it again. Actually, I think they've been given the go-ahead. And basically, the rundown of this video is I will talk about how will this affect you as an employee or an employer, and if it's compulsory, and how much will employees generally pay. So if you're interested, tune in, and let's just get straight into the video. So let's get straight into it. So how will workers be affected by the implementation of the NSSF Act? So they say that the court case was the remaining hurdle, of course, as I said, and it's been overruled. So going ahead, top earners will now be deducted up to 1,080, up from 200. This amount could be increased further in the next 5 years. So it could be a potentially incremental thing every year. So will it be compulsory to pay pension contributions? Yes. So under the Act establishes the pension fund and a provident fund. Section 18.1 of NSSF Act 13. And this provides all persons who are subject to the Employment Act 2007 and are over 18 years must be members of a pension fund. So basically what they're saying is, if you're over 18 and you have an employment of any kind, you are subject to make these pension contributions. Section 18.3 of the Act requires all those who are members of the Provident Fund under the old NSSF Act to open a new Provident Fund, and employers are required to deduct the contribution from their employees' salaries. So how much will employees pay? So the NSSF Act 2003 increased salaried employees monthly deductions from 200 to 600 for the lowest earners, and from 320 to up to 1080 for the top earners. The upper limits on contributions are set to rise every year again. So the total pension contribution for both the worker and employee is supposed to be a maximum of 4,136, and this is approximately 6% from you and 6% from your employer. So total 12% of the proposed maximum pensionable earnings of 34,476. So and it will be implemented, I think, probably this year. This one has not been confirmed yet. I've not seen any communication on that on media. But in the first year, the government has capped this at 12% on half of the national average monthly income. So I did not know this, but the national average monthly income of Kenyans is 34,476, which means that the NSSF would recover a maximum of 4,136 shillings monthly. Honestly, I feel like this is on the lower side. I mean, for the amount of talent that we have in Kenya, I think this is a bit on the lower side. But again, it's up to the government. It's up to all these, what are they called? They have a name. I've forgotten the name. But anyway, to help improve the general income of the citizens, right? So if we continue to operate on the low brackets, people will always be paid on the low bracket. Whereas the world, we can see from social media that incomes are moving higher and higher. Every day we see everybody talking about six figures. And yet in Kenya, we're still talking about 30,000. And with the current cost of living, this does not make any sense. But I digress. Back to the NSSF Act. So for all those who are salaried, so be prepared. And this is a question to ask yourself. Are you ready? Is your income ready for this hit? Because again, for somebody who, I'm a budgeting coach, I budget everything, every coin that I have to the T. it can be extremely disturbing when somebody messes with your numbers. So I totally understand how this could affect everybody going forward. But yeah, so reach out to your employer to find out how this is going to be implemented, when it's going to be implemented, because it's unclear yet when it's going to be implemented. And it's now upon yourself to look at how this will affect your ultimate budget numbers going forward. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll be sure to address them in separate videos. And yeah, thank you for joining. If you like this type of content, like, follow, subscribe. And yeah, thanks for joining.